Yawning has almost nothing to do with being tired. That's the part everyone gets wrong. The reason you yawn when you see someone else yawn is not about oxygen, and it's not about boredom either. It's about something that lived inside human survival for hundreds of thousands of years, long before anyone had a word for empathy. Here's the strange part. Nobody tells you. You can be wide awake, fully alert, not tired in the slightest, and still catch a yawn the second you see one. Try fighting it sometime. You will lose almost every time. That's not weakness. That's something much older than you, quietly doing its job. Picture a group of early humans, somewhere far back, long before anyone wrote anything down. Maybe 20 or 30 people moving together through open land as the light starts to fade. Out here alone is dangerous. Together is survival. And everything that group does, it does as one connected unit, almost without thinking about it. One person yawns. Within a few seconds, someone nearby does the same, then another. It moves through the group like a quiet wave, and nobody questions it, because there's nothing to question. It just happens. Now, here's where it gets interesting. That same person who yawned first might not even have been tired. They might have just noticed the light was changing, the air was cooling, the group's energy was starting to shift toward rest. A yawn slipped out, almost like a signal flare, and the people closest to them caught it instantly. That's not coincidence. That's communication, before language existed to do the job. Researchers who study this call it contagious yawning, and the data on it is strange in a very specific way. Around 60 to 70% of people will yawn within seconds of watching someone else do it. Dogs catch yawns from humans they're bonded with. Chimpanzees catch them from each other constantly. But here's the detail that changes everything. The people least likely to catch a yawn are strangers, or people who feel emotionally distant from whoever yawned first. Family catches it fastest. Close friends, almost as fast. Strangers, barely at all. If this were really about oxygen or sleepiness spreading through the air somehow, none of that would matter. A stranger's lungs work exactly the same as a friend's, but they don't catch the yawn the same way, which means this was never really about your lungs at all. So what is it actually doing? The leading idea is something called social synchrony, and it sounds complicated, but the version that actually matters is simple. For most of human history, survival depended on a group moving and resting together, almost in rhythm with each other. If half the group stayed alert while the other half quietly shifted into rest mode, the whole system fell apart. Someone needed to notice the shift first, and everyone else needed to fall into step quickly without a meeting, without a discussion, without wasting precious energy explaining it. A yawn does that job almost perfectly. It's fast. It's involuntary. It bypasses thinking entirely and goes straight into the body. One person's nervous system shifts state, and through nothing more than watching, the people closest to them shift too. This is also why yawning spreads more easily between people who are paying close attention to each other. Mirror neurons, the same brain cells responsible for picking up on someone's body language, their mood, their tiny shifts in expression, light up when you watch someone yawn. Your brain isn't analyzing it, it's mimicking it. The same instinctive way a baby mimics a parent's face within hours of being born. Here's the part that tends to surprise people the most. That same circuitry is heavily tied to empathy. Studies on people with very limited empathic response, including certain conditions on the autism spectrum, consistently show a much lower rate of contagious yawning. Not because their bodies work differently, because the social mirroring system underneath it is wired differently. The yawn isn't really spreading through the room. The connection between people is spreading, and the yawn is just the visible part of it. That's why you yawn more around people you love than around people you barely know. It's not really your mouth responding to theirs. It's your nervous system quietly confirming again and again that you're paying attention to them, that you're synced to them, that whatever they're feeling, some small part of you is feeling it too. So the next time it happens, someone yawns across the room, and a second later, without deciding to, you do too. You'll know what's actually going on underneath it. It's not your body admitting it's tired. It's something far older, something that used to keep small groups of humans moving and resting together as one, long before any of them had a word for connection. A signal passed silently from one nervous system to another, the same way it's been passed for a very long time. You just caught it from someone who mattered enough for your body to notice.